If you want to be an animator, you need to watch this video. What's good, everybody on YouTube? My name is Giga Millhouse, and I have a book for you guys today. And before we start the video, remember to like, comment, and share this video to anybody else that might need this and they need the help. Today we're going to be going over the Animator Survival Kit or Guide expanded edition. Apparently this is like a bigger edition than the original. I got the non-hard book covered version, but you can get either one. The affiliate links will be in the description below. If you guys get this book, you guys are gonna be helping out me and this channel and help me provide you guys with more content. And if you guys ever want to help support the channel in any type of way besides the book, I also have affiliate links down to everything that I use for my setup. And also I have an Etsy store, a Patreon, and a Gumroad. I think that's about it. You guys can help me out there. If you guys want anime merch, I'm gonna be updating the store in a few this year, and yeah, that will greatly help me, so I don't have to work so hard out there for the man, so I can just help and work for you guys.
All right, now here's the Animator Survival Kit by Richard Williams. This is the expanded edition. I didn't know there was like another edition before the expanded edition. I never actually paid attention to this expanded edition title on this book, so just to make these videos a lot shorter and so you guys can like just know like what's inside the book instead of like just showing you the entire thing and have the video be like an hour long, we're just gonna go and flip over to the table of contents. It's a pretty thick book. It's a lot of stuff in here. Weight, anticipation, flexibility, takes and accents, timing, staggering, dialogue, acting, runs and jumps, walks, so much more, or even flexibility at 217. Okay, so we're gonna do flexibility here. Got like your visual references there, and then the rest of the, I guess, representation of it. I find this as one of those books as you could always read through it and then you can understand animation and like even do it side by side, which would be great. I think that's like the perfect practice. Like reading a chapter, reading a section, and then practicing it for like a day, and like that's how you can like really get the most bang for your buck instead of like just reading it one time and just trying some of those practices. If you spend like a day doing this stuff, that would also very help a lot. Tell you even more about timing here, like the frames used. This is also a very good practice to practice. I think Tony Ko, one of his server members, actually did the practice, you know. And for me, when it comes to books like this, I literally just go to a chapter. Like I go to a random chapter that I need to work on, because I can animate, right? I can kind of get the gist of animation intuitively, even with the framing. Not framing, yeah, like the frames and pacing of animations, because I study a lot from Sakuga. But if I wanted to learn something very specific like timing, or even let's go to weight. If you go to weight, so if we go towards weight, right, and you'll see like the weight within the lines of like the force being used to push something, or what have you. You know, just knowing these things could like help with my animations a lot more. It's a very long book to read through, so that's what I'm saying. Like I would just pick a random chapter and go accordingly from there. Take a few of these lessons and try to practice it yourself, either traditionally, which is like the hardest part, because there's no control Z. You can use a pencil and stuff like that, but I normally would just use a pen just to make it especially hard. You can also do it on Clip Studio Paint, and then that's where you can actually play around with the frames, just to get like a better understanding of it. And then when I first picked up this book, I quickly went into learning about keys, the keyframes, and there's a timing too. breakdowns. I think there's also videos on this as well. Like I remember watching a YouTube video where the author illustrated what it would look like between keyframes, especially when you have a character blinking or something and just looks like they're spazzing out and having seizures because there's like either way too many frames or not enough frames to it's like just not enough frames for it to actually look like a natural blink. And this is what I like to do. I like to do straight ahead animations. I just like to animate on the go and then like fix it up later. And here are disadvantages to doing straight ahead, right? Things start to wander, time stretches, and the short gets longer and longer. Characters grow and shrink. We can tend to miss point of a shot and arrive at the right place at the right time. The director hates us because he/she cannot see what's happening. It's a lot of work of cleanup, which is true. That's like the biggest thing. It's lots of work when it comes to cleanup. It's expensive, so like the producer will hate you for just being a straight ahead animator. And it could also be hard on the nerves, mad artists and nervous breakdown times. Creative leap and trash around the void, especially with looming deadlines. So these are the things that you should, keep in mind, especially if you're really like doing straight ahead animations, just like me. I'm not working for a studio, so I am just doing that. If anything, the advantages is that you will get a natural flow of fluid, spontaneous action. It has vitality and improvisation. It's a very creative. We go with the flow, taking all of the action as it comes along. Often the unconscious mind starts to kick in, like an author saying there's a character telling them what's going on, what's going to happen. It can produce surprises, which is magic, and it's fun. And I can always agree, like it is fun just to do running straight ahead animations. But the disadvantages kind of outweigh like the great parts about it. So if that's you, then you probably want to do that as a independent thing. You don't want to do it when you're like working for somebody, right? Yeah, I feel like that's like common sense knowledge. And like, oh, thanks, Millhouse. Thank you for like reiterating. But yeah, even shows you about making sense of like these sheets here, the breakdown sheets or X sheets, or storytelling. Here's the frames right here. Like, I don't know. I think it's also like a really good idea of like what to expect if you started to be an animator for another company or another place or something, and you get this stuff and it looks like foreign Chinese letters to you because you don't know how to read them. So this is like kind of like the best. It's one of the few resources that I have on my bookshelf that I love, for the fact that they give you the industry talk and like how it goes down. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show you guys from this Animator Survival Kit. I think it's a really great book. I think a lot of artists do have this book, but they never open it or read it. But it is a valuable resource nonetheless. It's a mainstay. It's a staple of books that a lot of artists have in their library. And I think it's something that if you're an animator and it's something that interests you, you need to have this book. This book will help you in ways that you might never foresee. Combining this with understanding of animations, like if you do breakdowns and studies and you try to draw it frame by frame, things will start to make a lot more sense, especially when you see the uses of smears, those weird Naruto messed up moments where you can not see unless you paused it. So yeah, Animator Survival Kit, have at it. My biggest thing is that I want to help artists that were kind of like in my position where college seemed like a crazy idea to go to, because our family was like always financially struggling, and taking that leap to college and getting that debt and not really learning anything from it is really, really shitty, and I don't want anyone else to go through that. So I made this YouTube channel and doing these book reviews to help save other artists that feel like they need to take college classes, but they can't afford it. But you know what's affordable are these books. So I wish you guys all the luck.
Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys like this video, remember, give it a like. Share this to another person that wants to be an animator or who needs art books to help learn things that they couldn't afford when it comes to school. I really do stand by this book. This book is amazing. I think everyone should have it, especially that this year we're going to be doing a lot of animations. So you guys stay tuned for that. I will see you guys in the next video. And remember, you guys are getting better because you guys are actually looking for the information to help you to get better. God damn, that's a big old mouthful. Let's say this. You guys are getting better because you're looking for it. There you go. I think that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. I'll see you guys in the next video.